Yo, we're back.
Back.
And this one is Bugzy Malone. Bugzy Malone, M.E.N III. Just released.
When did this come out?
Like a day ago or something, or 2 days ago.
I swear down, I ain't even heard it still.
Yeah, but Bugzy is back. You get me? Obviously, last thing I heard about Bugzy is that big crash in it. That big, just in the video, go back quick time and just flew off the quad thing.
Madness. But obviously, yo, he's alright, innit? You get me? That's all that matters anyway. But
so he's back. Obviously, he's alive. Get me? So
man said he's alive.
He's alive and back and ready. You get me? So obviously he's gonna talk about that in this more time.
Yeah.
I ain't even heard this.
Let's go. Let's hear what he's got to talk about, though. You get me? Straight into it.
Yo, it's Bugzy Malone. See, as soon as I got to the hospital, the nurses told me I'm lucky to be alive. 3 weeks later, I get a blood clot in my chest. The shit nearly killed me. And now I'm back. You don't call me the king of the north for nothing. Watch this. Alright, so mommy used to sell herself. Drop a couple rocks into a pipe and light it up. Think I didn't come from hell. My old bestie said my head's gone, it must be mental health. But I got killers in my family, in case you couldn't tell. And I didn't wanna see them niggas, so I got it hella stealth. And when I saw those idiots, I told them by myself that I don't fear nobody. I've still got ups that want me bodied, but them man are still living in a cell. And if I have to go back there, I swear I'm going.
This reminds me of something. This reminds me of it's a sample, blood. You rap this beat, man. Oh, I'm gonna get it though, but it reminds me of a certain beats to America though.
I pray a lot these days in case I have to sin. I tell them till my mouth goes dry and I need a drink. I sleep well these days, I never miss a wink. And no, I didn't catch the virus, still there's pain in my chest. A court case coming, fuck fame for a sec. I'm gonna have to stand and take judgment again, but I can look him in his eye. I have my baby to protect. Couple things I never said out loud, I've just been living with it. I gotta speak hard though, it's fucking with my spirit. A school tie around my neck and hanging from the ceiling. He burst into the room, I was embarrassed when he see me, so I put it to my wrist and yeah, I slit it. Didn't cut it deep though, I gotta say I shit it. Her mummy was a nitty, but when I heard she turned one of her customers into my dad, I gotta say I really nearly did it. But I told myself I would never do anything silly. I told myself I'd take it out on niggas that fuck with me. And that's why I never lost, and that's why I'm a boss. And that's why I was the first one to rep my city. I got fake friends talking like I don't show intelligence, like I didn't demonstrate due diligence. Man telling me about my residence, like I couldn't give a green light and leave no evidence. Place in the Louis, waves under the Dewey, skeleton Cartier, so I can see through it. See these levels to this British shit, and me I'm top tier. And he talking
skeleton Cali, what is it? Skeleton Cartier, so I can see through.
Me not being a legend stops here. When the car pulled up, I knew that we was crashing, and at the point my life was meant to start flashing. I just blacked out, woke up on the concrete with feathers everywhere. The Montclair was racked out, me I had it mapped out. Now I got bleeding on the brain, the same shit that killed my cousin. Yeah, I swear I missed Dane. Couple niggas turned out to be fake, but I'm too rich to argue these days, so I just give it space. On the hospital bed, the morphine on me tripping, giggling at nothing, into reminiscing. Crashed doing 70 without wearing a helmet. Believing God or not, there's no denying a blessing. I was on the ward, slowly healing.
This guy already knew.
Believing God or not, bruv, yo, he got a blessing, fam. You see that wakes you up, you know. Obviously, certain times in life when you're, you know what I'm saying, I don't wanna, like, you know Errol Spence. You get me? My man done the similar thing, won a big fight, you get me? My man riding in a Ferrari and that, no sit about, flipped, you know. You get my man survived, and sometimes that's to bring you down, to humble yourself, you know what I'm trying to say. Obviously, he's realized what's going on, that's why my man's took time out, innit?
Lay on the bed and my chest was beating. The blood clot passed through my heart and into my lungs, and the pain was a deeper feeling. I shouted for the nurse, I could feel myself leaking with a face full of sweat.
Where you see the LV fucking vest though, serious blood.
Could barely catch my breath, even though I knew I was hanging by a thread. I told the nurse that there's no way I'm dying on this bed, fuck that. Now I'm supposed to feel weak, for some reason though I feel like a Wolverine. Like I smashed the side of the car up with my physique and left a big boy dent in the concrete. He put me in the newspapers and magazines. You better recognize a legend when you catch a sneak peek. It's not the first time I shed blood out on the street, but the way they taped it off, it was like a murder scene, Fucking Bugzy Malone 2020, the fucking resurrection. Yeah.
That's that real, you get me? That real. that's that real. You get me? If you know what I'm talking about, that's that real.
That's how you know it's hard blood, because man can really make a full banger on any situation, you get me? Man's crashed and he's made a banger out of it, blood.
True, you know,
That's how it's
made a
hard.
banger out. Scores, and then we'll break it down. Scores, then we'll break it down.
I'm giving that's a 8.5, you know. It's touching a 9 still, but say 8.5, man.
Bro,
I'm gonna do it, you know, I'm gonna give it a 10.
10.
10 out of 10.
Man's both said 10 at the same time.
10 out of 10.
10, you know,
I'm
that's
gonna give it a
straight.
10.
Now, you know what? You know what? Yeah, alright.
That's the
You know what? Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah, go on.
it was more than a song, it was a story. You know what I mean?
Okay,
It was a real life story, something that happened to him. Secondly, the video, although it was just a few shots in one location, it was more than that. Like
It felt more in it. It felt more.
like,
It felt more. Yeah.
I could feel it more. I could see more than what it was.
I'm a raw give it, and don't even say this. I'm a raw give it 9.5 still. 9.5 still.
General.
Car, you know what?
Strong.
For me, it's gonna have to be obviously Bugzy from Bugzy, King of the North, blood. We know, bro. He's got bars. He's got bars. But the thing about Bugzy is he's got real bars. He's got the real bars. You know what I'm saying? It's like what my man said, innit? You get me? He's telling a story, but it's like
It's more than
you're
a story.
in the story though.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the story though.
Took you from the start to the end, you know.
You get
from
me?
the
So-
crash, all the details, but
Obviously,
all the details.
In hindsight, he's right trying to tell you that he was living life too fast. He was doing all this madness, not driving around with no helmet. He should have known better. You get me? And that kind of woke him up. That's why he talks about believing God or not. It was a blessing, bro. So that brought him down to the same level where he thinks, yo, even though I got all this money and I got everything going, I gotta humble myself in certain ways I move, which a lot of people can relate to. You know what I'm trying to say? They can understand you. See what I'm saying? So for me, straight 9.5 car, Bugzy fam.
So
Yo,
we got
it's
like
hard.
8.5, 10, 9.5.
That's strong still.
ratings. Me.
But
yeah,
yeah.
man. Any other tracks you want us to flip in?
Make sure you comment in the
React to
comments.
and
You
we'll
get
shout
me?
you out in it. So yeah, subscribe obviously, post
And all of that. Our target is 1,000 subs.
Need 1,000 subscribers. You get me one.
Aiming for 1,000. Aiming for 1,000
Coming quick,
still.
quick, fast,
And yeah, this is our boy still, Ellis. You get me? He
Ellis.
might be in some of the reactions. He might not be in some. You get me? But
Add us
yeah,
up,
man.
Instas everywhere. Boom.
Yeah, me. We out though.